to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberties and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Craig, I don't know about you, but about a year and 4 months ago, it was hard to remember the Texas pledge because I hadn't done it in so long. Now I know it.
The parks manager even can learn it every once in a while.
Yes, he does a good job. Okay, at this time, any person with business before the court not scheduled on the agenda may speak to the court. No formal action can be taken on these items at this meeting. Each speaker will be limited to 3 minutes. Yes, ma'am, Ms. Summers. How are you today?
Just fine, how are you?
Good. Doing well.
I'm just wanting to get it out there that in less than 24 hours after the rollback election was held, Commissioner stated that they will have to go above the rollback rate in the foreseeable future. And here we are, it's the future. We're here. With COVID-19, we have a crash in the oil field. People are being laid off like crazy. And yet we're hearing whispers of an 8% increase on the tax rate for Scurry County. Just recently, the judge mentioned not wanting to go up 8%, but knowing that 3.5% would not be enough. So what does that mean? It means that this court has already planned to go above 3.5 and trigger an automatic rollback election. And to appease county taxpayers, the court perhaps will say a rate of 6%. How will that make taxpayers feel? Like the court has saved the day? Taxpayers that have been paying attention know better. We know that suggestions for budget cuts, like the suggestion from a local investment firm, Edward Jones, stating that budgets will need to be cut. We've heard from our representative, Dustin Burrows, suggesting tax cuts, not hikes. We know that this court has and will continue to spend as it has in the past. Keep in mind that this court has calculated a formula to pay overtime to salaried employees. Paying overtime to salaried employees. Even though small businesses and major corporations are laying off employees, this court has continued hiring. Most recently hiring someone from another county. Hiring relatives of county employees. Fabricating positions, not advertising positions, and continuing to hire while other people are laying off. Local business owners here, I hope, have been listening. While they're having to lay off people, while they have little to no income, your elected officials are planning no budget cuts, and they plan to keep spending, all the while raising your taxes. And that's all.
Thank you. I don't know where you got the majority of that information. I know I was misquoted in there, but thank you for your comments. All right, we're going to discuss interprecinct project schedule and staffing. What's going on with you guys?
It's ready to apply for the
Grant
road grant.
Good. Good.
We finally got where we could open up 206 on the way.
Oh, good.
And got all the dirt out of the people's yards.
Yeah.
And all the shoulders have been cleated and packed. Because we'll have to still do some more. I hope it's one of the first roads that we can all get together, even if this deal don't come over the rainbow, and we can seal coat on our own what we can. I think that's a vital part, and I don't even know nothing about a road. But, I mean, if we don't do something with what we got left, this will, cause that road there, we built it even where they could get it a little wider to keep from running the cars and stuff off. Not running it off, but it's just when you hit a hole over here and you go that way, you get in the other lane just about. So I hope we can, even if the deal don't come through on the grant, that we can all get together and do what little we can, even if it's one road. That's one we won't screw up again, as quick. So I'd like for us to be thinking about that, if it's not possible that she gets it done. And it won't be her fault, cause she'll give 100%, 110 probably. So I'd like to, if we would, just keep that in the back of our mind. I don't even know when y'all usually do it. I'm sure you got certain times. I think we can make our time fit your time if that's the way it needs to go.
I agree. I certainly intend to do it,
Don't go sleep on
if at all possible.
it. It fits your time too. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Craig. All right, court to discuss and consider extending, continuing, or renewing the declaration of disaster for Scurry County executed on March 16th, 2020 for a period of no more than 30 days pursuant to Texas Government Code 418.108. All right, so we initially did that on March 16th, and it was renewed through April 14th. This is a disaster declaration. This is completely separate from the stay safe, stay home, stay safe order. This is continuing the disaster declaration so that if the federal disaster declaration is still going, the state disaster declaration is still going, continue ours with theirs so that we don't cut it off and then we don't get any funding. If we can get any funding from now until May, May 14th, I'm sorry, June 14th. But it expires May 14th. And I'd like to go ahead and extend it through June 14th, just so we don't have any kind of gaps in that disaster declaration.
I'd like to go ahead and extend the disaster declaration.
Second.
All in favor of extending the disaster declaration? Any nays?
Judge, I think there's come a time when no more than money ought to rule this court.
This has nothing to do with the stay safe order or anything like that. It doesn't affect whether businesses are gonna be open or closed or anything like that. That is a completely separate order. This is just that we're still in a disaster. The pandemic is still ongoing. So that's what this is about.
Voting yes don't mean that, here in 3 more weeks or whenever the barber shop won't be open.
It has nothing to do with that at all. No, sir.
What does it have to do with?
It
Just
has
the
to
money?
do- Yes, sir. With FEMA funds, if we cut this off on the 14th, then, from May 14th on, it's easier to continue the disaster declaration than it is to let it lapse and then put it back in place, because you'll have a gap there where you don't have that kind of coverage for a disaster declaration.
And with the opening of the 50% opening up, it is likely that even though our cases have been down, it is likely that as more people would get out and start going within 2 weeks, the numbers could rise up. Prayerfully, it will not, but it could happen. With this in place, we're covered. We don't have to worry. It's not going to do anything at the stay home, stay safe. It's only about FEMA, the federal emergency management.
My only deal about it, ma'am, is we can't wait till the Lord comes back.
Nobody's
to
asking.
get this out of here.
We,
We gotta start
This
acting
has-
like we're not scared of every
I'm not
son.
scared. I step out in Lord's name and I am not afraid of
Well,
anything. So there is no fear in me.
Greg, it's not about.
But it has nothing to do with
It's
people
about
not going
people
out.
right now not having a job working.
This
Sir,
part
this
has nothing to do with that.
I know, because you've got a job, I've got a job.
Right.
I don't understand what you're
This, the
arguing.
disaster declaration has nothing to do with that.
No.
Nothing at all. The stay home, stay safe order that we let expire last week did. The governor's order that he put into place about 3 days after we put ours in place does. He continued that. That is controlled by the governor, not us. This has nothing to do with jobs whatsoever.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Nobody's thinking about jobs.
Greg, we have no control over that.
Yeah, you do. There's been people in other states, every state. It's went through
That's other
this
states.
same dang thing still going.
Okay,
And he
I'm
would
not
say
gonna argue with
enough
you
of it.
about it at this point, because that is not something that we have any control over. The governor has that control. We don't. So are you voting yes or no to extend?
I vote no. I'm glad to do it.
You vote no?
No.
Okay, thank you. We're gonna move on. Court to discuss and consider
Hey,
bids
wait
on
a
tax
minute, hold
deed.
on.
We're done with
Go
that
back
point.
again and twist that back again.
What?
I want it open where we can do anything. Is that, no,
You
we
cannot
can't.
cannot vote
do
on
that.
that. That's not an option
That is the
today.
governor's
Why the
order.
heck
The
did we
governor
vote
controls
for
that.
it? Why didn't you just come in here and say do it?
We're voting to extend the disaster declaration, which has nothing to do with the stay home, stay safe order. That we let expire last week. It has
We can
nothing to
twist
do
more
with
stuff
opening
than the law allows.
businesses.
This isn't twisted, sir. If you read the declaration,
Um,
you would know what it was.
Okay, we're gonna move on.
Yeah,
Court to discuss and consider bids on tax deed and property card for trust property in the city of Snyder. We have 3 properties, we have bids on all 3 of them. Those are in the packets.
I think most of them accept those bids.
All in favor of accepting the bids?
Second.
Thank you. All right, court to discuss and consider play at Scurry County Golf Course. This is more about, opening up to the way it's been so far, we've kind of restricted to members and those that live within Scurry County to play on the golf course. This is taking into consideration those that don't live in Scurry County, to allow them to come play. Any thoughts on allowing others from
Quite
outside?
a few from other towns coming. At one time.
Go ahead, Darla.
Can I address?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate that. What I would like to do, I am in no way for opening up to the other counties until their golf course is open. Because I don't want a deluge of people in here that are from counties that have high numbers, because I feel obligated to protect our membership in our county. So far, we have a drive-through window. We're taking all the precautions. Every cart is sanitized from top to bottom. Whenever it comes back, before anybody else uses it, we're going with the rule of 1 person per cart, unless you are a family, unless you live within the same household. So we're keeping that down. My deal today is I have 2 people that were born and raised in Scurry County, and they had been talking about being a member for 6 months, and that was before all of this ever even started. And their delay on it was they wanted to find a golf cart. Both of those people want to become members, permanent members, to be able to play. Both of those people have extremely elderly parents here, so you know they're not gonna, and they come down to check on them. So you know they're not gonna bring anything to their parents. And,
Intentionally.
right, intentionally, you're right, intentionally. But even if you do allow those 2 to come in, as members, not as Joe Blow, I wanna come play golf because I can't play at my home course, then, they would be under the same rule. Separate golf carts, you know, the whole thing. I don't care if you ride down here together, that's your problem, but you're not gonna ride in the same cart as the others. But like I said, until the other golf courses around are open to the public, I do not think that we should open up our golf course to just anybody. And you can't choose and pick who you want to come in from what county. We'll let this county play and we won't let that county play. So I think the best thing to do, keep it closed. And I'm indifferent. I really don't think until that point gets to it that we should open up the pro shop again. It should be through the window, for protection of our membership, our county people. But, I'm just asking for a special leeway for those two that have elderly parents here that are wanting to actually join.
Sure. My thoughts on that,
Thank
and
you.
this is, thank you, Darla. If we allow those two who were born and raised in Scurry County but no longer live here, live in whatever county they do live in, if they have a high count, they are still living in that county. They're not living in Scurry County. And if we allow them to join as members right now during this, we're giving that special treatment you were just talking about. Just my thought. And then anybody comes along, someone from another county says, I live over here, but I want to come play, so I'm just going to join as a member. If we open that door, we open it up to everybody. We can't just say, okay, just these certain people can do that. We would have to open that door, I think, to everybody, because then we are doing exactly what we're saying we don't want to do. We don't want to give special treatment to anybody.
Hopefully the golf courses will open soon. I've even had
Sure.
another fellow that came and graduated. He lived here, graduated here. He pays taxes here.
Sure. I understand that, but he doesn't live in this
He
county.
doesn't
correct?
live in here.
Yeah.
no.
And so
But I
if we
did not
say
allow
just,
him to play.
if we say you were born and raised here, or you pay taxes here, or you have a tie to Scurry County in some way, then you can come and join. But anybody else that doesn't have any ties, we're allowing special treatment there. And I don't think that's fair or proper. Just my opinion on that. So if we were to, I agree with you on the golf courses. I think that they should open their golf courses. The governor's allowed that. But that's up to each individual county or each individually privately owned golf course. So, what are y'all thoughts on this?
I don't think you should, if, just like you said, if you allow them to,
Mhm.
you might as well open it up for everybody, because that's what's gonna happen.
Right.
It sounds like to me, Darla has got it handled, and
Yeah.
it's working really good. My opinion is, we'll leave it like it is.
We don't,
That's fine. I just needed
Sure.
an answer on it so that I could give them an answer.
Right, right.
Because, like I said, I'm all for the people coming in and playing. I'm
Sure.
excited about that.
Yeah.
I like making money.
Right.
But I don't want to endanger our people.
Sure. And
I
that,
want it for the safety of our people.
right, and that's the risk we run, even with people that are coming to our community for other things, you know, come to Walmart or United or doctor's appointments or whatever it is they come to our community. It's a possibility it could be brought in that way, but if we can limit that, that's kind of where I stand. Jim, what were you gonna say? Oh, okay.
But if they come along and say, well, these people over in Boyd County are here, these people over in Fisher County are here. That's,
That's my concern is,
Yeah.
and justifiably so, you let two, so that's what makes them special.
Yeah.
Right, that's just.
Yeah, that's fine. I just needed clarification on stuff.
What's your thoughts on that? You agree with that? We need a vote? I think we need a vote. Just continue as we are.
Well,
Second it.
as it is.
All right, all in favor? All right, thank you, guys. I felt like that was something that we needed to discuss as a court. So,
I appreciate y'all's time.
thank you, Darla. And
I just wanted to, my
You've been
first
getting these
concern
questions.
is
Yeah.
our residents.
Sure.
And, like I said, even though I felt like these two wouldn't bring anything in knowingly,
Sure. Absolutely, I agree. You just never know.
it's true.
All right, line item transfers and budget amendments.
There's one line item transfer for maintenance, ground supplies, going into ground supplies, $200 out of maintenance and repair to cover the cost of pre-emergent and other supplies to use to improve the lawns.
Approved. First of all, approved.
All in favor? Okay, accounts payable,
$1,079,998.23.
all in favor? All right. Motion to adjourn?
Is your signature though? You got pen?
Daniel, I apologize.
I did when I left the office.
1 million. It's $1,079,998.23.
Daniel, I apologize, I forgot.
That's okay. We're out in time. So.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can you tell me
Thank
what make?
Yes, sir.
How you been,
Thank you
Melody?
very good.
I'm good.
Good.
You get a chance sometime today? I want to talk to you.
Okay.
If you, I don't know what your calendar's like.
I am free here shortly. I'll come and see you.
Could we, in here or in your office?
Either place.
Okay,
Wherever you
just
want.
let me know.
Thank you. Yep. As a matter of fact,
You did say other courses are being opened.
I hope they open. I don't know for sure if they are. I know that the governor has allowed them to be open. So, yeah, he has said golf can be played. So, I don't know if they are opening those.
Judge. Will
Oh,
you
yeah.
sign that, please, sir?
Is
Thank
it just
you.
the one, or is there three of them I need to do?
I just have one in my packet.
Oh, that's the disaster
Order
declaration. All right, I'll do these others.
The
down
tax
low.
deeds?
Yeah, I'll do those. Get those to you for sure.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Roger, I did get your email, and I apologize for that, but I have not been served. So, and even if we are served,
Thank you, sir.
I will not be able to make a comment on that.
Okay, because it's legal.
Exactly. That's
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Same time, same place, next time.
Yep, and can y'all tell me, somewhere that.
Gail, G-A-Y-L.
June. Appreciate it.
That's fine, you bet.
Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Fire straight shot right here.
I'll do my best. Have a good one.